It's the slowest moving financial crisis of our time. It's sparking tension and has the potential to totally change the way society is organised. I'm talking about the retirement pension crisis. Bear with me, I know what you're thinking. Pensions are extremely dull, and there's no need to even think about retirement because for most of us, it's many, many years off. Retirement and pension really aren't as dull or irrelevant as you might think. It's explosive. It's leading to some strange suggestions and causing a lot of turbulence. It also has the potential to affect you.
There are politicians and business organizations that want to take away retirement from workers.
Global pension systems are reaching breaking point, and governments are running out of ideas on how to fix the problem. Around the world, countries' retirement budgets are under severe strain. Governments are heading towards an ever-increasing retirement savings gap in the coming decades, amounting to a total of $400 trillion by 2050. But what is the root cause of this ticking time bomb? Shifting trends in demographics means that birthday parties will soon become a rarer sight than funerals. Developed countries are being impacted the most as the number of workers per retiree is dramatically declining. This is important because people of working age pay the bulk of taxes which support public spending, including state pensions. In the UK alone, it's projected that more than 24% of people will be aged 65 and over by 2042. That's up from 18% in 2016, so nearly double the number of older people. It's no secret that people are generally living longer as well. Combined with declining birth rates, the number of pensioners is set to increase relative to the number of working age people. Now, I want to hone in on a pension review report that was released by the Institute of Fiscal Studies in early April. It's a 37-page report that forms the first of a multi-year project looking at the future of financial security in retirement, and it makes the case for a new review of the pension system in the UK. It sounds really boring, but it's actually quite an interesting read, I found. It warned that the government will need to increase the state pension age to the ripe old age of 70 by the year 2050. This means that anyone born after 1980, so the millennials, Zoomers, Gen Alphas among us, should expect to delay their retirement until they reach their 70s. The report even goes further by proposing capping state pension spending at 6% of GDP. This means that 30-year-olds of today might not get their state pension until they reach the age of 74 years old. It's either that or reduce the triple lock, which is a mechanism that guarantees a state pension increase every year. According to the review report, the state pension age will need to rise substantially in the coming decades, as there just isn't enough workers to support the growing state pension bill, as life expectancy improves over the years. So the state pension age is currently 66, but it's already due to go up to 67 in 2028. And to 68 by 2046, affecting people born after 1977 essentially. There were plans to bring forward the pension age increase to 68 as soon as 2035, but the government announced in March that a decision on this wouldn't be made until 2025, probably to avoid falling out of favour with voters ahead of the general election. Governments do this sometimes. And the mass riots in France about the pension changes probably didn't help the situation either. Now, it's my hope that most people watching this video will be fully aware of the danger of relying on the state pension. But the fact of the matter is that a fifth of adults retiring last year plan to rely on the state pension as their main source of income once they'd stopped working. This figure actually rises to a quarter for female retirees, so significantly more. If the findings of the IFS report are fully realised and retiring in our 70s becomes a reality by 2050, this would have a big impact on those born around the mid-70s. Not only would they have missed out on the old-fashioned but very lucrative defined benefit pensions, they would also have missed out on the full duration of the auto-enrolment workplace pension schemes that became compulsory in 2012. Essentially leaving this age group at greater risk of pension deficit. You might be thinking that increase in the pension age won't affect you because you were born after 1980 and you have absolutely no intention of relying on the state pension when the time comes to finally retire. But you might want to think again, because from 2028, the government is planning to link the minimum private pension age to the state pension age, essentially setting it at 10 years below the state pension age. The normal minimum pension age, or NMPA, is the minimum age at which most people can access their private or workplace pensions without being taxed. At the moment, you can access your private pension when you reach 55. However, this is due to increase to 57 in lockstep with the state pension age increasing to 67 in 2028. This means that if future governments have no choice but to increase the state pension age to 74, then your private pension could be locked off until you reach your mid-70s if you're currently 30 years old or younger. This table shows how changes to the state pension might affect you, and it distinguishes between state pension and private pension age rises. So I used the example previously for current 30-year-olds. What this table also shows is the amount of state pension you actually lose by claiming it later. So nearly £210,000 in this example. If you're currently aged 40, you could be waiting until 61 to access your private pension and lose 5 years of state pension, so potentially worth over £103,000. Obviously, we don't have a crystal ball and can't say for certain what decisions governments of the future will make around state pension age. We literally have no idea. What is clear, though, is that doing nothing and allowing the pension problem to just snowball isn't an option for the future government. At the same time, there aren't really any favourable options on the table to appease voters, which is why the government isn't rushing to speed up the pension age increases or announce freezes or cuts to pension payments. From 2028, the age at which we can access our private pensions will correlate with the state pension age, and this means more than ever we really need to start planning and taking saving for retirement into our own hands. It's no secret that increasing the private pension age will make it significantly harder to retire early. For those that are very close to retirement, this might mean working for an extra few years or drawing funds from other sources. If the government does indeed increase the state pension age to 68 earlier than planned, and by default the minimum pension age goes up to 58, those that are 10 years off retirement have some time to adjust their pension plans or invest on the basis of the new rules. Alternatively, younger people, those who want to retire early, or those who might be forced to retire due to ill health — remember, retirement isn't always a choice for some people — they would all need to use other wealth-building vehicles as well as pensions. A great option is an ISA, which can be used to supplement retirement income, has no age limit, and it's tax-free. I talk about the benefits of investing in a stocks and shares ISA in this video here and share my preferred platform, so be sure to check out that video next. In the meantime, I hope you found this video useful. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.